I'm Miguel Castillo. My occupation is multiple things. One of the things I do is I work for the Office of the Secretary of State. I'm a voting systems analyst, and I also have my own company. I have Life Entertainment, which we do a lot of the events around the city, both Fiesta en la Calle as well as other events and venues such as Ace of Spades or Assembly. Fiesta en la Calle has turned to be an event or a series of events that are free to the community. You will always find that when you see Fiesta en la Calle, it's free of charge. You can always feel free to just walk in. Um, they're community events driven in a way to bring the community together, especially the Hispanic community, and to give a good image of the Hispanic culture and multicultures that we have within all the Latino culture to the rest of the world. I mean, Fiesta en la Calle concert series has drawn probably about 80% Hispanics, but then we have 20% of all other cultures. We have Caucasians, we have Asians, we have blacks that come to our event and love it. And so that's one of the things that I do like about Fiesta en la Calle. It's a multicultural event and it's free to the community. We initially started by thinking of doing something in a small venue. It didn't have a name, by the way, at that time. It was just basically the thought of a concert series at that time. And then the thought of doing it in a club or a venue seemed too small. So then we thought, well, why don't we bring back the K Street type of Thursday night market that they had when they used to have music out there. So we applied to doing it on K Street, and we had selected two sites on K Street that we wanted to do. We had some, what would we call it, not reservation, but a little bit of a fight back from one of the tenants in the location that where we were going to do it at. And instead of just fighting that battle, we decided to just move straight to Cesar Chavez Plaza, where we initially thought of growing into anyway. So, and K Street was where we picked up the name Fiesta en la Calle, thinking, oh, well, it's in the streets, let's just call it Fiesta en la Calle. So, but it just stuck. We liked the name, and even though we do it in park settings, it's still Fiesta en la Calle. I have not heard one single thing that has not been positive and encouraging. I've even heard people state that Fiesta en la Calle is the best thing that Sacramento has had. The reason for that is because it represents all of the diversity within the Hispanic community. We bring out artists that are from South America, Central America, from Mexico. We've brought artists from Europe, and we have brought artists, well, of course, local. We support the local talent, and many around the United States as well. The thing that I like that I hear about Fiesta en la Calle is that people feel it's a family event, that they can bring their children to, they can bring their grandparents to. So there's something good for everybody, and it's a unity of friendship, family, and of course, great music. It's a free family event, no matter what. With that, it takes sponsorships, it takes people that want to invest into the Hispanic community, and it takes the community itself to come out and enjoy this. I see very little change. What I see is growth. I actually see Fiesta en la Calle. Now we have a Cinco de Mayo festival, which we just concluded this past weekend. It was an amazing turnout. I mean, numbers I couldn't give you exactly. Some people say we had over 4,000 people. Some people thought that we had up to 7,000 people. It sure looked like it at one point, depending where you were. And this was our first annual doing Cinco de Mayo. The concert series has been growing every year, and it's here at Cesar Chavez Plaza where we're currently at. And I see it at one point getting big enough here that maybe we can start going into the streets. Henceforth, Fiesta en la Calle, opening or closing some of the streets and making it a little bit bigger. But festivals and concert series is basically what Fiesta en la Calle will always remain and always free of charge. I like what's happened to Sacramento thanks to things like Fiesta en la Calle. Sacramento Kings staying. I think Sacramento's getting the recognition it finally deserves. For many years, we heard the term Sacra Muerto, um, events that don't do well here that should and that sell out another place. This year, I think it's a turning point for Sacramento. We kept the Kings, and we just had a sold out concert before the day of the event. We had Julieta Venegas at Ace of Spades, where she sold out the event 3 days prior to the actual day that it was going to happen. Historically, that has not happened with many of the alternative or rock or pop events that we've had in Sacramento. Most of them, people just don't buy them till the day of, and we have had some sold out, but sold out the day of at the door. What was nice was to put the title "Sold Out" in front of the poster of the Julieta Venegas concert. To me, that marked a milestone per se that kind of sets the trend to the thought of we got to get our tickets or we're going to be left out for future events. And I'm hoping that the Hispanic community continues doing that, at least with the events that we're bringing. We dedicate ourselves to bringing quality acts that nobody else brings. Music to me is happiness, it's unity, it's what unites people that don't have anything in common.